Hello, welcome to Call of the Void. I'm Emma, I'll be a Dungeon Master for this show. In this campaign, we're going to be chasing a very strange dream that some of the characters have had, potentially straight into a domain of dread. So join us to see what happens. For anyone here who's new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone around the table is playing a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. The players each have their own unique character, which lets them tell them what they can and can't do. They'll mostly be rolling a 20-sided dice, and you'll be able to see the results, I think in this corner, to see if they succeed in what they're trying to do. 20s are fantastic, 1s are not great. And while they're playing their characters, everything else in the universe is played by me, so creepy domains of dread, mists, etc. Between me describing the world and story and the players describing what they want to do and some dice rolls to keep things unpredictable for all of us, we're going to tell a story together. Now it's time to meet the characters and have a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Lola, and I am playing Irarai, a Kalashta monk who is absolutely devoted to hunting down agents of the Dreaming Dark and ending them where they are to stop the incursion onto other and more material planes. Not so successful at actually getting on with anybody else, though. Very confused.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm playing a guy with no name, who you'll probably get to know as The Hand, who is an orcish Oath of Redemption paladin. He's done some bad stuff, he's started doing some good stuff to try and make up for it, and he cares about justice. And that's all there is to say.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm playing. I'm Pip. I'm the Autumn Stag. My best friend is Nutmeg, who is going for her apotheosis. She's also a dear person. I'm also a published writer. I got 2 stars. That was good. And I'm excited to go on an adventure with my new best friends.
Hello, I am Nick, and I am playing a Carabo Maka. Most people just call me Bo, Dissipator Tiefling, who has been through quite a bit in his time and has a few enduring marks to remember those moments by. In particular, one horn has been sheared down to only about 1.5 inches remaining. A Carabo is a aberrant mind sorcerer, and he is now, he's been working for the guard in Waterdeep, or remnants of it, parts of it, for some time, and has his hands in a few pies. Let's see what he gets himself into this time.
Hello, I'm Sean, and I am going to be bringing back old Georgie for the 3rd time. Very excited to be playing this Tortle Artificer. Yes, I've even learned how to spell or say. No, I clearly haven't. But old Georgie is a theatre props master who has found himself unwillingly at times in the adventuring malarkey that seems to be all the rage these days. Not too fussed by it by himself, but so yeah, do tune in and see what we get up to.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and an ! Characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or £1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search for Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but we acknowledge that it does happen and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so do let us know if you think one's been missed. We're using the TTRPG Safety Toolkit, and we encourage safe play in ours and your TTRPGs. You may see us use pause cards, but as we edit our streams, most of our safety tools are invisible. You can find out more, including a link to the toolkit, at !safety in chat, where there's also a link to content warnings. May be relevant for this stream. And now let's get into the intro and get started with the show. everyone. Welcome back to the second episode of Call of the Void. I'm joined by our lovely players, and we are going to be playing some more comedy horror, which is where I think we've ended up.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't what it was sold as, but hooray!
Tim Burton-esque, so I think I'm hitting it. Maybe. Sam didn't leave the game. Good news.
It's what my character would have done.
What happened last time? These lovely folks all had the same dream for varying different lengths of time, which led them all to come and try and find Old Georgie in Waterdeep. Old Georgie was in the theatre. They watched a lovely production of something to do with vampires. They ate some sausage ice cream. They had a great time. Then they all sort of glommed on Old Georgie to ask some questions. And it was discovered that Old Georgie was an orphan, and therefore the Hand needed to no further involve themselves, since they didn't kill Georgie's dad. However, the Hand was talked around by way of building a bakery at the theatre, so I guess maybe there'll be a bakery in future series. And the team decided that they were going to go with Irirai, who can track portals and try and find a way through to wherever this dream is coming from. In doing so, they ended up in the sewers, where they encountered a group of Zentarim and Xanathar Guild gang members having a big old fight. They intervened in the fight. They persuaded a dwarf to go work for them by giving up a pauldron, which they then regretted. And also a large sort of scary beastie dropped from the ceiling onto, was it Old Georgie? It was. And almost killed him. They knocked out the beastie, they managed to get the pauldron back, there was a series of shenanigans, and eventually they did all go through the portal. They did, however, take the scary beastie with them, since it did not belong here. The portal's still open, though, so I guess it could just go back through.
Sensible ecological management.
You've got to keep track of your waterways. And that is where we left off. So, we come to, you've all just stepped through this portal. The portal transported you by whooshing you up in water, and you arrived on the other side. Irirai, you arrived first. It's very gloomy here. You can kind of see around you big looming shadows of statues, very similar to the Waterdeep large people statues, but they're almost intangible. There is no sun. It's quite dark. You've been here before. This is clearly the Shadowfell. You're in the right place. As you stand there, everyone else kind of barrels into you, also carrying a devourer who is starting to come to.
Real quick, what do I know?
What do you want to do in this situation, folks? Are you just going to run away from the devourer? Are you going to try and kill it? What's the vibe?
Can we throw it in a
I
hole?
tend to kill it.
Dig a very big hole together.
I'm very
We've already
much
done
up
that.
for the destruction of it, but it depends. What do I know of the Shadowfell? Would it be kind of like, is this just going to act like a beacon for more of these things to come? And
Well, the creatures are very dangerous, so generally you would try not to engage with them. They're quite powerful.
Are they worse on their home turf?
You wouldn't know.
That is very true.
We could just throw it back through the portal again.
leave
Gotta
it
do
to leave it to invade Waterdeep.
Well, no, it's going to eat those baddens, the sewer people. Or not. Or maybe it'll become king of the sewers, like Bo here.
Well, maybe I can knock it out again with me sledgehammer, and then we'll have a little bit longer to kind of get away from it before it's fully conscious again.
Can we put it halfway through the portal and let the portal close around it and cut it in two? That would be great.
Unless
They do say a problem shared is a problem halved, don't they? So
yeah,
There
but
you go.
also I
If you know
know about
how to
Shadowfell
close a
worms.
portal?
Oh, sorry, I got both of you at the same time. Sam said something about Shadowfell worms.
Yeah,
That's far more interesting.
Famously, Shadowfell worms come in half. You got 2 Shadowfell worms. Good for business, but problematic if you're trying to deal with a problem like a Shadowfell worm. And I'm not entirely sure what this is.
Also, what business? The business of being a worm.
The worm trade.
Kind of writhe on the floor. It's definitely coming to.
Right, I'm gonna,
Georgie, hit it with your hammer.
I'm going to bash it with my hammer. Is it an advantage because it's down?
Yeah.
Sweet. Watch me roll 2 1s.
Is
I mean,
anything?
That's a non-natural 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hits.
Presumably doing this with 2 hands because I've just whack. 15.
Okay. It groans in a very disgruntled manner and appears to be standing up.
Are we killing it?
Oh no!
Definitely backing away from it. It's far, like going behind everybody. Like, oh dear!
I'll hit it with my sword.
Do I have? I think I have a multi-attack as well.
Are you just all going to pile in this moment? Shall we have a round of?
Why not?
Theoretically,
Sure.
does it look harmed?
Does it look harmed? It looks a little bit harmed.
I heard that as hot. I don't know, Sam. I don't know.
It's a question we're all asking.
It depends whether you find kind of a skeletal creature, like skin stretched over skeleton, with a sort of baby emerging from its chest.
You know my type. It's just ignored babies.
Yep, till you said
is not
baby
the
emerging from his
podcast
chest,
that I
I think we're all going to
thought
make that joke.
Well, this took a turn.
Watching what's it, Total Recall, and just going hot.
Swipe left. Can I hit it again?
Yeah, please do. Everyone, just go for your life.
21.
No. Okay.
Yeah, 21 hits with advantage because it's lying down.
Oh, thank you. I rolled badly, audience. I got an 11 and a 10.
Still a 21 for me, but the damage was 13. It's still moving.
I did 2 attacks and one was 22.
Yes,
what was
that would
its? What? It's 16.
AC, yeah. That hits.
Okay.
16 hits.
That's cool.
A 9
How
and a
does
10. I
it
think
do
I'm just gonna
against
stand
radiant
back.
damage? Oh, I mean, it doesn't really matter terribly, but
12 slashing.
Okay.
I'm
No,
gonna do-
anything from you?
I will just do a quick cantrip. I think having dashed away, but everyone's attacking, so I'm a bit concerned. So okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a. What am I gonna do at it? I'm gonna do a mind sliver at it. I think, which means it must make an intelligence saving throw, please.
So good at those.
Why?
It rolled a 7.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's taking the damage then. It's not gonna be a lot, but hey, you know, it was really not gonna be a lot. That was well, top and bottom, so that's 7 psychic damage.
It doesn't look that hurt yet.
Can we kick it off something?
how is it with radiant damage though? Like
The same.
that's kind of really.
We running
Does
away?
it count as undead?
Yeah, I think.
Is there a cliff edge? Is there?
There's not really cliff edge. There's I guess there's some stairs that you could head up and have the high ground, or just run away.
There's no stairs going down.
No, there's no stairs going down.
How high are the stairs?
Like 2
Are you trying to check it off?
I was thinking about running up the stairs and then just yeet. I think we should run. I think
I'd be in agreement.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You're all gonna dash. It's gonna take a swipe at one of you as you go.
Go for it.
There are 5 of you. I will both step back. There are 4 of you there. Irai,
Yes.
would a... No, that's a 13. It swipes out, but it's on its back. It doesn't quite catch you as you all start to dash off into the distance.
What a stinker.
Well, I might run away slightly slower than everyone else to like make it follow us so it doesn't stay by the portal. But like,
I slightly slowed down. I was like, is this the plan? Because I'm really chunky. It could try and bite me, but so you're right. Looks fine, but probably isn't covered in plate. So
no. Irurai is barely wearing anything.
Oh my!
It's lying on the floor where you left it, making moaning sounds. Wow, wow.
Wait, does it look like it's about to die?
No.
Can we kill it? No.
No.
Okay, fine. It just looks sorry for itself.
I'm sure you could kill it, but it's not on the verge of death, no.
Yeah, let's just
sad.
Yeah.
Would have been
bad
down
for
some
it,
stairs.
The moans fade into the distance as you walk away. Wow. Wow. Genuine noises my dog makes.
Oh.
Where are you heading?
Yeah, where are we heading?
That's a good question.
Very good.
Who asked that?
Why are we? Domain Dread.
Yes, that's what we were doing, wasn't it? I think in this kind of dash away, in the sense, there's just kind of been like lost sight of that slightly. In the sense that, of course, we are trying to get away, but we are also looking for this other portal. But
So, you would know, Irurai, that you're looking for mists on the edge of the Shadowfell. So you need to try and find the mists.
So I will make a look-see. As if it was my plan the entire time.
We're such a competent party.
This mad dash has meant that I'm not very good at spotting things right now.
You can't currently see any mists, but you know that if you walk far enough, at some point you'll come across some.
Right. Well, words. We must head towards the mists at the end of... I don't know where the end. Sorry, it's just
you're in the Shadowfell. You're in the Shadowfell.
No, I know, but it's like, is it at the end of the Shadowfell, or is just?
They tend to be at the edge of the Shadowfell.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we must head towards the mists at the edge of the Shadowfell, and from there we can continue on to this place where we find your father.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I've never even met him myself, so it's you lead the way. You've been here before, yeah?
A time or two I've passed through.
Yeah. Is it always like this, or have we just caught it in a bad time? What's it like in the summer?
It's always a place where the darkest forces gather.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as much fun as I was hoping for.
The Shadowfell is not fun. It's where bad people go to make amends for their time on other planes.
Well, yeah, they do.
The general, can I make an insight check to be all this uncomfortable shifting from it?
I'm not a dark. You can't prove that.
I got a 14. I don't think.
Duckception checks.
Anyone want to give up a secret for a 14 insight check?
I'm just going to roll deception and see where we're at. That's a 14 to match, so sure, call in.
16. Pip just goes very quiet.
There's something the hand's not telling you, Irurai, but that's about all you get.
I think Zoo thinks that this group is all very strange and he hasn't got their measure yet, so he's not really kind of clocking in on any of this, but is very much just honestly, they don't know anything. How could you not know what the Shadowfell is like?
I'd just like to take the time to apologise for the events which may have occurred prior to going through the portal. My sense of justice got in the way of my good thinking, insinuating that the appropriate response to someone rightfully taking my pauldron would be to break their legs was out of line. But nonetheless, thank you for accepting it and facilitating that action, breaking his legs and taking the pauldron back for me. You're nice friends.
Pip blinks and says, "Oh, the pauldron."
No, all yours. Don't worry about it.
Again, I'm in like leaf-covered armor, and now it's just like this metal pauldron on top of a pauldron. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, I think it suits you. If you'd like to keep it, I wouldn't want to take it from you unless you'd wronged me in some way, in which case I'd be more than happy to take it from you in an incredibly violent fashion.
Hansi, I study a lot of like stories. I know that there will be a legend that says you are immortal apart from your shoulder, and because I've got your pauldron, you're going to get an arrow in the shoulder, and that's going to be... We don't want that happening. I give it back to you. No debt, no fey bargain. Take your pauldron back.
You're kind, and I'm sure one day I'll repay you. At the very least, I'll be less quick to judge you when you've done something which is fundamentally unjust.
We do a predator-style handshake.
Sam, could
Yes.
you roll me a D100, please?
Always.
Never good.
What have I done?
Roll for re-equipping your pauldron.
You just fling it over your shoulder. You're like, oh no.
This is your sin percentage.
Yeah.
Roll for sin.
As you place the pauldron back in place, you realise that your arm is moving slightly easier, and with that, the horrific realisation that you must have pleased Tyr in some way.
I don't know what you've done to this pauldron, but thank you for caring for it in such a fundamentally moral fashion.
Pip swells a little bit. Like, you're welcome.
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
19.
9.
15.
10.
Sam?
I'm so sorry. I assumed that was about me. 9.
No.
It's not all about you, Sam.
Bo and Irarai, you're catching occasional flashes of something moving very fast to either side of you.
Is anyone else catching that? Should we be worried?
Oh, so should we have had sun cream? It's the cloudy days that get you. Be rustling around in my bag of holding.
I will get the I don't think they actually ever put it away. Still carrying the kind of glowing coat-to-staff at this point. It's like wouldn't have put it away in this place, and is looking around and like we should be cautious because there might be something following us in this place.
In the distance, you can hear.
How loud is this thing?
Be loud.
You've been ignoring it. It's calling after us. Finish the job.
Any chance at all that it might be calling for some friends to, come and eat us?
Yes, very
Great.
probable.
Who wants the
like
cream
that.
of sunblock in there?
Yes, please.
There is no sun here. You are. What's your eyesight like? I don't understand this physiology.
I mean, it's, probably about like, what, I don't know, 40-40? I don't know.
I don't understand. But there is no sun. You'll be fine without the sunblock. The situation is more that it is very dark, and there are dark forces around that will attack us. So perhaps we should keep more of an eye out and move faster.
I agree, but as you get to our age, you really got to take care of your skin because it's not going to take care of itself.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want scaly, moisture or unmoisturized skin like me, do you?
Exactly.
I mean,
but yes, I do agree that probably more important is the matter that we might be about to be eaten by something rather than
But at least we'll have good skin when it happens.
Exactly.
Anyone with a passive perception 10 or higher, which I think still excludes 2 of you, hears off from the side. Oh, new people.
Oh, good friends. Turn to look to the voice. Hello.
You can see off to the side, again, moving very quickly, is a tiny little person. Looks like... Pip, you've encountered hags before. Looks like a hag, wearing like raggedy clothes, but really, really small, and moving way too fast, and has sort of a froggy head. It moves out of your view as you all turn to it, like, runs away.
Oh. What are you looking at?
There was a little froggy hag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Run away! Tell the mistress the stories. Run away!
Oh no! Oh, we've been spotted. The little froggy hag is a snitch. So we haven't been moving quietly. I suggest we keep moving and we just don't deal with that. Also, we don't deal with that either.
I always move quietly, but it is a challenge to stay quiet in a group when the rest of you are lumbering along.
Oh, I could move quicker if you like.
Yeah, we could pick up the pace.
Actually, I'm quite quiet when I need to be, thank you.
I'm not, but you know.
Like what?
The necklace around my neck started moving, and I'm just sort of like, no, not now. No, yeah, let's keep moving.
Quickly or quietly?
Yes.
Both.
Oh.
Big steps. Big quiet steps.
Are you rolling a stealth check?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
We can give it a go, but no promises.
It and I will.
It's just you. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Okay.
Ooh, I rolled
Wow.
25.
24.
This is with disadvantage, so we'll...
Also with disadvantage, yeah.
It's a 22 and a 9.
12.
23.
As you start, some of you sneaking, some of you clunking your way through Shadowfell, occasionally you just hear around you, woohoo! Before seeing people, raining people, scurrying away.
Are these people giving us advice, or are they tattling on us? I don't understand.
They're both probably. One of them mentioned going to go and tell mistress about us, which...
From the right-hand side up ahead, you start to hear, "Ah!"
No!
Is that the same sound as before? Just to check.
No, different sound.
Nope.
Oh!
Is it like trumpets honk? Like what?
No, it sounds like a distressed creature, like a distressed in an angry way, not a distressed in a it's a wounded deer. I must go and bandage it. Yeah.
Quick to the thing.
You're gonna run towards it.
I'll do what everyone else does.
It's the direction you're heading in. It's to the right hand side, slightly ahead. So you could veer off to avoid it.
How far can we see? Yeah, that I agree with Lola, but also how far can we see?
It depends whether you've got dark vision or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see to the edge of your dark vision, or the lightsaber staff is still on, so you can see within the sphere of that.
Just gonna veer away if that's what we're doing, but also just keep an eye over there just in case. I don't know, like a small lady comes out riding a golem or something.
Riding
It happens.
Sorry, I shouldn't be putting ideas in your head, should I?
You don't spot anything in particular, but the noises continue. I
mean, it's marring at us. Do we? Eri, you've been here. Is that a trap? Is that the sort of thing that would be a trap?
Can I roll can I roll something to try and discern what it might be without having to go look at the damn thing? Or I could go sneak past the damn thing.
Survival, insight, history.
Survival.
Investigation.
Survival. Because rolling a 13 gives me a 25.
It definitely sounds like one of the creatures from the Shadowfell, which generally is good to avoid.
No, we want to go nowhere near these creatures. Let's just say they are bad for our ongoing health.
You veer off.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
I'm going to trust that. You seem to know a lot more than we do.
And we have a job to do.
Very true.
It's not so much a job as like a prophecy, but yes, no,
It
we've
is
got
duty.
Look at old Georgie. It's a duty, yes.
Oh, so we're offering duties now.
We are duty free.
Do you want a duty?
No.
Do you have one in your bag?
No, I checked it in
He
at
is looking
customs.
very confused.
We have fun.
As you carry on, the noises start to happen more frequently from different directions.
Joy.
I'm gonna turn my stuff off, like it's gonna stop glowing in the sense of I'm just trying to reduce our visual footprint. I mean, I think I probably would have done that when I started to be stealthy.
Sure. Yes.
Because rolling a 25 would be like, yes, I
am a
rolled a
beacon.
25.
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
glowing.
Yeah. Sorry, Sam, you go.
No, don't worry. I just recalled that actually I did that last session, so don't worry. I was just going to ask how everyone's health was, but I faintly remember resolving that problem.
That.
Those are some weird noises.
As you continue, you start to be able to see a house in the distance. Sort of like almost like a shack house. And the noises, could everyone please roll me some sort of intelligence-based check, history or investigation? You'll be fine.
Can I roll religion?
Nope.
No? Okay, cool. That's a +0, so that's enjoyable.
How about nature? Is nature okay?
No nature.
Oh.
That was
16.
16.
17?
That is an investigation of 8. My passive investigation apparently is 16, but I rolled an 8.
It's a 5.
Okay. The three of you who rolled over a 10 start to put together that it does appear that you're being steered towards this house slightly by the noises.
I think that house might be moving into our path.
What, like with chicken legs or something?
That's exactly what I was thinking, but it's probably the case.
Oh,
or we are being moved into its path.
With chicken legs?
Looks out, looked on the legs. Hags.
I mean, either we got to go in and, face this head on, or we don't. I think those are the two main options, aren't they?
I would agree, and I would like to, my opinions on this are probably moot, and I would like to hand over my opinions to Ira, who seems to know an awful lot more about this place than I do, and also has a head screwed on a lot better than mine is. And if that's not self-awareness, I don't know what is.
My experience, the dream lacks very much that things here are best to be avoided. However, this situation seems that must be confronted. We do not seem to be being given the option.
Irarai and Bo, in the distance, you see the silhouette of a person wearing raggedy clothes and a sort of frog-shaped head, lifting up a tiny person with sort of raggedy clothes and a frog-shaped head, putting it into their mouth.
Oh no!
For God's sake.
I take your points about meeting it head on, but head on implies that thing up there, which is eating small versions of itself.
Oh,
Well, like a
newcomers!
babushka hag.
Come on, come say hello.
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 Georgie.
We said say hello, so I thought...
I'm aware of that, but it's also
Closer.
eating frog people. And looking around, only one of us looks faintly like a frog, and it's not me.
I think Z will kind of stride forward. It's still going to stay like 30 feet away, but it's going to stride forward and kind of place this staff down, not on the floor. Z is still holding it, but kind of stand there, kind of waiting for this person to.
Welcome. This is my house. I have seen you coming. You are very funny.
Thank you.
Oh.
You have a very pleasant hut.
Would you like to jump into my mouth and give me all your stories, please?
No. Thank you for asking.
Very kind.
That's appreciated. A lot of people don't ask first.
Our stories not better for the telling of them as opposed to the consuming of them.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no. Oh, actually, I'm not terrible at that. I don't know how.
We have come straight from a theatre.
Oh,
so,
that was a
we are
natural
particularly good at
20.
this.
So I am apparently very good at that. 23. For a
All
natural
right.
20.
I will not eat you if you give me one story each.
Oh, bloody hell.
You can tell it to me rather than me eating you for it.
Oh, well, that I
He's
like.
going to sit down on the ground and look at you all expectantly.
And I can go first.
Yeah. So he is going to look slightly panicked.
Do you mind if I just lick your finger? It makes it taste more interesting.
Always with the licking and eating things, Em.
Do I mind that?
It's still looking incredibly panicked. It's not expecting that to work. I wouldn't necessarily advise offering anything of yourself, but if it would flavor the story such that we wouldn't get eaten, then
Just a lick, yeah?
Just a lick.
Maybe just like a lick at the beginning and a lick at the end, yeah?
Double licks.
I wouldn't recommend
Georgie.
double lapping.
The double dipping.
I'll take 2 licks.
Oh.
All right. Has anything happened to me on the lick? Good.
Your entire hand is consumed, soz.
Oh, I was using it.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I keep my hammer.
Once upon a time, there was a rabbit, and the rabbit was very, very overconfident in his abilities, and he was so overconfident that he came up to me one day, and he said, "Well, look, I bet I can beat you to the other side of Waterdeep." And I said, "No, you can't, because I know Waterdeep and I know where I'm going." And he said, "No, I can definitely do it." And he said, "I could even do it with my legs tied together." And I was like, "Oh yeah, all right, I'll do that. I'll take those odds." So I tied his legs together, ran a bollard, and then I just walked to the other side of Waterdeep, and I won. Yeah.
Tastes like cream.
Yeah. And if you ever come across that rabbit Roberto, then you can verify that story is 100% true.
Maybe you can send them here and I will eat them.
I mean, that does seem like a rather bastardly thing to do. Also, he's not returned to Waterdeep since.
Right. I was promised 2 licks.
Oh yeah.
Next.
Okay. Yes, certainly. Right.
Lick first.
Of course. But why wouldn't I really enjoy that? Certainly. And Bo puts his hand out forward. Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Is the tongue coarse like a cat's tongue, or not? so
No,
much?
it's like a frog tongue. Like it flicks out, suckers you a little bit, and then
Being this little bit closer to her now, how froggy, or is she more froggy or more haggy?
it's like a frog head on top of a humanoid body. Quite a plump person, and obviously the frog head is quite wide. But she seems quite, content with herself at the moment.
Okay, cool. Then I'll look very much into the big froggy eyes. Say, well, let's see a quick story. There was a young man who found himself at the wrong end of people's ire. They did not like him because he looked different to everybody else, and that angered them. And he could never understand why. He tried to tell jokes, he tried to have fun, he tried to play with them, but they didn't like him no matter what. And so he decided to learn tricks, and he got very good at card tricks. And throughout this, I'm going to use minor illusion to make images of things appear. So I'm casting like a deck of cards and flicking them into the air, which just scatter and fade off into like sparkles and that sort of stuff. And so he got very good at card tricks, and also with dice and rolling them around and making them land on exactly the numbers that he would create. And he was very, very good with these, until one day he did this in front of the wrong kind of person and did not like that he was better at him, in fact, than with all of these tricks. And so he took him aside and he hurt him and he did mean things. What he didn't realize was that in doing so, he awakened a great power inside of this man, and all of a sudden there was an explosion, which I'll use thaumaturgy in this moment as well to make a big noise and a big sort of flash, and he exploded up and floated into the air with this amazing power, all purple and pink and green, and he managed to escape from this man. And then he went into the nearby town. And he went and he found better people in a more exciting place, not unlike your hut, in fact, full of exciting people who danced and drank and played games. And he showcased his talents to them always and to this day, and people love him all the more for it.
I like you. Your story is good.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad I don't have to follow that. Oh, that was brilliant.
Thank you, Jorgie.
Well, Boney?
You can have a lick as long as no one else watches.
Does anyone else watch?
No.
Turn around and face away.
Why can no one else watch, Sam?
We're going to put off a gauntlet, finger by finger, to reveal a bony, gnarled hand with some growths going off in every direction, and pass it out towards the hag.
Interesting.
So, this is a story I've made up in the last 5 minutes. I hope you like it. Once upon a time, there was someone who killed people. Okay. A lot of them probably shouldn't have done, but he did because he thought that was the right thing to do at the time. Eventually, he realized this might not have been the right thing to do. And after several years of intense therapy, he's been able to mask his feelings and trauma with jokes. Thanks. I'll have my hand back.
Can we look again?
Can we have a joke?
Yes. What did what happened to the grung whose car broke down?
I don't know.
He got towed away.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I use
car?
Your taste of sadness.
Cart. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can I please use thaumaturgy to make a wah, wah, wah.
And any other stories?
You promised. I will have to eat you.
Oh.
And that would be a shame because I do like you.
Oh. I mean, do you want to go first or shall I? Or I?
I will hold out his hand and kind of wince in anticipation. I will tell you the story of Rai. Long ago, before my peoples truly existed, there was in Ilastar a plane of dreaming and darkness. There were peoples, the Kori, and over time there developed factions, and Rai was Yanosor, a light bringer, and along with others that felt the same way as Rai, they escaped and dedicated themselves to hitting back against those that remained and wished to infiltrate the rest of the plains. And so Rai incorporated themselves with Devarai, one of my ancestors, and they founded the monastery I come from. And so almost hundreds of years later, I trained to travel and find these agents that, well, of the Kori that remained. And
what do they taste like?
They are poison. Their very nature is poison to every plane that they infect.
I see.
Which is why it is our duty as descendants of Rai to find them, seek them out, and destroy them so that they cannot...
I see any. I'll be sure to send them your way after I've licked them, obviously.
Of course. And it is for this that we are here. Or at least I am here.
I haven't tasted anything spicy in a while, so I'm not sure I've come across what you're looking for. But good luck. Your story tastes like jelly.
Mm.
I like jelly.
Okay, so you'll put that on again.
One more.
Okay.
Chip.
Chip, indeed. I put up my hand. Yeah. Right.
You may lick mine if you'd like.
Oh.
Put out like a blue-skinned, very dirty hand.
Roll
a con save.
It seems rude when someone offers you to lick them that you don't.
I feel like this should be in your second book. You don't always have to lick a hand that's offered to you.
That is now the title of the second book. That's a 13.
Plus 3.
16.
It tastes not great. taste mostly of dirt. You're quite used to the taste of dirt, so you just like hold yourself together.
Thank you. Many years ago, when the moon was different, the king of the Winterwood decided he wanted more territory. He decided he was going to go to war along with his cavalier, whose name was Carew. Now, the king of the Winterwood was a really big bear, and Carew was a little bear girl. Well, she came into my woods and said, all of this belongs to me. And I said, no, it does not. Leave now. I don't want you here. And she said, I'll fight you. And I said, that's very mean. And then the king of the Winterwood bit my friend, the queen of the Autumnwood, and I went, that will not stand. So I picked up Carew above my head and I threw her as hard as I could into the pond which is sometimes nice and sometimes has a nymph in it. And Carew got really angry and said, I swear revenge. And I said, you'd have to find me first. And she left. Fortunately, that I didn't have to kill her. So basically, I'm at war in the Feywild with another wood. But that is showing how strong I am. And sometimes you don't have to kill. Nowadays, I would ask if she wants a job. But I don't. I don't know many jokes.
Why are you here if you're at war in the Feywild?
That's a good question. I'm here because I fell in love.
Ah, good answer.
Thank you.
Well, I'm satisfied. You may go now.
Thank you.
She's just gonna lie on the floor and go to sleep. Like someone who's had a really big meal and is just very full and snoozy.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you know the way to the domain of bread?
Bread.
Bread.
We've got a bakery to build.
I swear to God, Sam, if you send us to the domain of bread.
Which one?
Irirai, which one?
It's the one with the bones and the beach and the...
And Georgie's dead.
Yeah.
Dad's not dead.
What?
Dead.
Yeah, she doesn't get up. She just points her hand out in a direction. Bones that way.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Could you just pass me one of my little lawn things? There are a few scattered nearby.
Yeah.
She grabs it and shoves it in her mouth. Excellent.
I just realised I was muted the whole entire time.
Lovely to meet you all.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Hungry Mary.
Lovely to meet you, Hungry Mary. I'll write about you in my next book.
No, don't do that. Names have power. If you must, just call me Mary.
That will do.
Mary. Pleasure to meet you and know your name.
Well, it's not my real name, is it? I'm not that stupid.
Okay, pleasure to meet you and not know your name.
That's the title of my next book.
Better start writing there.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's good. Like all good writers, I'm having life experience, which is teaching me important things like, if you're getting attacked by a weird thing that dropped from the ceiling, do kill it. Sometimes it's polite to lick people back. And if your friend says, don't look when I'm telling a story, you do not look.
It's very important.
Did anyone sneak a look?
No.
No?
Oh, they're so thoughtful.
Oh,
Do you head off in the direction that Mary pointed you?
Yeah. Time to go to Bone Town.
Do I?
No reason not to trust.
No, we're not going to Bone Town.
Oh, we never get to go to Bone Town.
Oh, Mum.
Don't turn the cart
Bone
around.
Town at home.
What?
Yeah.
That's the same.
I don't want Bone Town.
Like, I'm starting to wonder what kind of stream this is this time round. Like, honestly.
Horror, apparently.
First we have licking, and now we have bones.
Oh, trust me.
Together? No.
It's horror.
It's horror.
Yeah.
Give it time. Pudding's going to turn up any moment.
Just going to say it now. I'm not interested in licking the bones. No, thank you. I don't want to.
Oh, but that's where all the marrow is, and the marrow is the best bit.
It's also how you distinguish between a bone and a rock, but we'll get back to that later.
Does your tongue stick to one of them?
Yeah, sticks to bones.
Bones are salty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bone facts.
Bone facts.
But what if the rock is salt?
Ooh.
That's a very good point.
And someone soldiers the rock.
I think it's bones.
This time on Emma's streams, it's going to, like the first time it was frog facts, and now
bone facts.
Let's play bone or rock.
Right. So what I was going to say is from the general kind of sense that Irarai had before, does he think this is the right way to be going?
Roll another survival check, because you moved quite a long way, but you didn't really have a good sense the first time.
I think I rolled pretty well. Like, it was a 25 before, it is a 26
no,
now.
I think it was a 13 for directions. The 26 is fine, though. You start to feel the pull again of of the particular domain of dread that you're looking for, and it is roughly in the direction that Mary has pointed you in.
Yes. Yes, it is this way.
I did tell you.
Yeah. Why would Mary lie?
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, not Mary.
We believe you 100%. Thank you.
I just want to say,
to meet you.
Your stories were lovely, and Irarai, I'm so glad you're here. Otherwise, I wouldn't know where we were, and that would be scary for me. So I'm just glad you're all here. That's just want to say that, and that the story you heard was definitely made up on the spot, and I loved your stories more because I thought they were far more personal than my story.
Do you always have to hide your face when you're listening to your stories? Is that part of the storytelling?
Really important. Well, you see, I never show my face, gestures towards the hood. And so I think it's really important that other people hide their faces out of respect.
It's just occurred to me, I've never seen your face. What an interesting fact.
Put it in the next book.
Yeah, can I, on those words, can I have an insight on that? I feel like my history would make me want to double check that.
Although I guess technically,
Sam's going like, investigate me.
I guess if you have dark vision, you can see my face, but
depends how far down you've got the hood.
Oh, no, that was a natural 2 for a total of 6.
Anyone else inciting the weird comments from the hand?
Yeah, well,
No reason not to trust.
Oh, Georgie, you're so pure, so innocent.
Don't put yourself down, Andy. You're a very fine storyteller.
Thank you. Likewise.
I got a 2 because I'm just like, yeah, that's what happens. You cover your face when you're telling stories. That's the way he does it. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Long rests from now on are going to be fun.
I think a lot of this has been very taxing for Irarai. Z is very much like, people, I don't interact with them much for very good reasons, because that was a 9.
Nice.
You all carry on towards the domain. The noises simmer down a little bit, as in you don't feel like you're being led anywhere anymore. But you do still occasionally hear in the background like chittering or like moaning. Wow. That was a cat.
This has some interesting noises in this place. I'm used to weird noises at the very late in the evening in Waterdeep, but this is something else.
Do we think that before we go into this very hospitable and lovely sounding domain of dread, do we want to take some sort of rest? Because I would certainly be able to provide a space in which we could rest that is less disconcerting than our current predicament.
Yes.
If you
Sure.
have a way of making it safe, then I think that would be advisable.
Pip gives Georgie a very intense look, considering the last time we did this, it did not end up safely. Yeah, we got to make sure it's safe.
What happened the last time?
We got attacked, old Georgie. Remember? Points at my eye. Remember? My boys. My beautiful sons.
Ooh. Yeah.
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 So, point out, when we leave, it could be that someone is hiding, so be prepared for that. Don't assume anything.
Rafe,
Okay.
do we want a quick rest, yeah?
Yeah.
By quick, you mean 8 hours. That would be ideal. I'm going to be honest, I haven't slept lately. Building bakeries really takes it out of you. And the contract's only got a short amount of time left, so I've been rushing. So I can just do with a big old snooze.
I mean, I can provide an hour. So it's only, it's not quite as long as 8 hours, but more like a short
A shorter rest. Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers and all that.
If it would help other people, I'm more than happy to sit down for an hour, enjoy your company, not be traumatized by memories that may or may not be inside my skull.
So we're not telling stories around the campfire?
No.
Okay.
Are you in need of healing or some attention to wounds that, well?
On what level?
Have you taken emotional damage?
I could certainly do with a little pick-me-up. I have a few scrapes and bruises from that thing inside of the sewers.
Yeah, I certainly could do with a little bit of a breather myself. So
Let's do it.
we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to cast Rope Trick.
Oh.
So my rope trick looks like the loft of a theatre, and it's where all of the scenery is stored. So you kind of have to sit around, but there's various other.
Oh no! You've got to climb the rope first.
Oh yes, you have to climb the rope. That is true.
That's it. Now I see that. I'm like, oh, the rope trick. Sorry. That saved my life. That was good. It was the hut that hurt me. Okay. Apologies, old Georgie.
That was Enoch.
It was Enoch. I'm annoyed at Enoch.
What, have you been annoyed at me for all this time?
Well, no. I just didn't want to go in the hut. But it turns out I don't have to worry about it now.
No, go in the loft.
I couldn't be annoyed at you. You're one of my best friends.
Oh, one of my best friends and all.
Oh, thank you.
I will not cast it the full
6. Shut up!
Is it 60 feet or is it?
You said shush.
I'm going to cast it 30 foot up, so you just have to climb a shorter distance up into the loft.
Well, how long did you say?
Rope climb.
You can put it lower if you want.
Rope climb. Acrobatics.
All right. It's athletics for climbing ropes.
Okay.
Can I allow people to climb over me for advantage, considering how tall?
Yes, of course you can.
There you go. Also, convenient handles placed coming out of my head, but yes.
Well, I got a 4.
I got a 23, so I'm just like...
Pip goes up.
And then,
you can...
then I lean out so I can offer advantage for people.
So between the hand helping people up and Pip pulling people up, the rest of you can roll with advantage just to see how gainly it is.
Good, because that first roll was exciting.
With advantage becomes an 18.
Yeah, you clamber up.
20.
Yeah, you both clamber up the hand and then get pulled up by Pip, and it's totally fine. Bo, what?
But yeah, Bo is looking very sheepish at the concept of this. Okay, it's fine. Yes, being strong, always been my strong suit. Sure, not a problem at all. Just jumps at the rope, grabs it, and slides straight down and lands on his ass. I got a 5. That was with advantage. The first roll was a 1. 2 minus 1. Thank you very much.
No, you have to use your hands.
Thank you, Pip.
You're welcome. Core work.
Oh, yeah, I'm very good at that. Thank you.
Do you want me to come back and get you?
Yes, please.
Slides down the rope. How heavy are you? Because I'm just like, climb on, spider monkey.
How heavy am I? I don't think I've not checked. My strength though is a 9, so I'm on the lighter side of a 5'10" tiefling. So about. I don't know what the pounds measurement is, but probably about like 9.5, 10 stone.
I rolled a 21, so with you on my back, I'm like, there you go.
Off you go. And Bo, you're safely up in the loft. The hand?
That was a 21, so.
Also, easily hulk your way up. And you're all in the loft, I presume you pull the rope up after you.
As the creature's like, you're like, no, not you.
For the first time in, it's a different dimension, isn't it, Sean?
Yeah, it's a demi-plane.
Pocket
Nice.
dimension. It's quiet and not, the oppressive, when you've got ringing in your ears and you just can't get rid of it, but eventually you stop noticing it until you think about it. You realise that you've had that the entire time you've been here and it's just stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry that there's scenery and stuff. It was from the previous production, and I haven't gotten around to taking it out of the extra dimensional space.
It's lovely. It makes this place feel very cozy. Yes.
So to understand, all of this remains here whilst this is not active. So if we do not leave before your hour is up, we just remain here?
I mean, I would definitely recommend that we leave after the hour, because I've never overstayed me welcome in here. Just in case. Yeah, I mean, so this one you might recognise. Actually, this one was from the Vampire Show. It's it's with all the balustrades and in the inside of the mountain, and we'll kind of like just be showing off some of the bits of scenery and just. Oh, and that one was from the Wizard of Waterdeep. I mean, you can see the naked set. We had to put up some censorship signs.
So it is one thing. I did see the show when I did not understand the part where. So there was this this thing, and it was dripping everywhere. I didn't understand that, and then I didn't understand it at all.
I mean, you've basically described what happened in every scene pretty much throughout the whole show.
It's a very drippy play. Yeah,
it is actually. It's a very drippy play. Should call it the Nosfer Wet 2. I don't know. I don't do the names.
No, they shouldn't. Nope.
Another theatre that spins off is like, yeah, we'll put that one on. Like, no.
They do the dirty versions of our plays.
Oh dear.
Is there anything that anyone wants to chat about while you're taking your short rest? Any side conversations that are happening? Any group conversations? Is anyone being suspiciously quiet?
Could I, please? I'd like to cast Sending to Captain Neary, if possible.
Sure.
Please, to update him on what's happening. And Sending is that 25? I'm trying to remember how this works.
Yeah, 25 words.
25 words. So I'll say, what am I saying? Neary, exciting.
Can you just roll me a D100?
Oh yes, of course. I forget because other plane. D100. Let's see here.
Accidentally send it to Drusilla.
Oh wow, that was a 99.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, no, it gets through fine.
Yeah. There we go. Neary, exciting news. On another plane, tracking strange dream vision. Zentarum and Xanthars fighting in sewers. Might want to look into that. See you soon.
Thank you for the report.
He's always so short with me. I don't know what I have to do to get this. Oh, fine. Oh, well, never mind. Good. Well, that's my job done.
And Georgie will just kind of witter on and just kind of show people round because he kind of feels like he's got a host. If I run out of scenery, I'll start pulling things out of the bag of holdings. Oh, that was a prop in. What was that a prop in? Oh no, you weren't there.
I'll show, once I've done my sending, I'll show great interest and be like, I really need to be able to get out and see some of your shows, but I've just been, it's work with Captain Neary, it's so difficult, and
I'm enjoying that you're taking an interest.
He is very interested, but very confused.
Assuming Robert's here, just let's go and have a...
Robert,
I
Robert
didn't want to
gets tossed
assume.
up. Yeah, Robert's always here.
Yeah.
Always. You turn around sometimes and he's just there.
Just find a corner and speak to Robert. Just gush a bit and then have a sit down. It's very nice to have you on the adventure with us. I apologise that I haven't given you quite as much attention as everyone else, but just know you're very valuable, and that if anything unjust ever happens to you, I'll be there to resolve the problem. Pleasure to properly meet you, and I'm sure you'll always be here forevermore. Please, thank you. I can't help but feel like you understand me in a way that no one else really does. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, when did you get into the theatre? Really? I don't know. I used to like it as a child, but I think I just fell out of it. Kind of around the stage where I started killing people for money. Yeah, I regret that too. But we all have blood on our hands, don't we, Robert? Yeah. 500 people? Bloody hell.
Flirting with the Still Defender.
This is my 18th episode playing old Georgie, and I have never once thought to talk to Robert. Can I roll some sort of check to see whether I notice how much care and attention the hand is showing to my Still Defender?
Sure, perception.
Oh, good. That'll go well. Oops. Nope. I rolled a 3 for a 2.
Sure, Robert's here somewhere.
Yeah, Robert's always there somewhere.
Just know, if anyone steps out of line, even if it's Georgie, at a minimum I'll have words, at a maximum I will exert divine justice upon them. So, yeah, absolute pleasure, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. I think, they might be missing me, so I'll go and see where we're at with the tour.
And Robert squeaks as he wheels away. It's a wheel. It's a squeaky wheel.
Is no one going to fix that? poor Robert. How long have you had that?
No one knows. Oh, Georgie doesn't talk to Robert.
Yeah, clearly, he doesn't pay attention.
I mended him in the last episode of Flustered in the Fair World.
Oh, yeah. How long ago was that, Sean? It was quite a while ago.
Canonically,
it's
like
episodes ago.
Like 6
So this was
months
from the
ago.
Barbara de Grill. And,
Pip, what you doing?
I think I've just sat down on like a crate and I am going to start making notes on my new hit book. just as we would have seen, my handwriting is terrible, but Pip understands it. And just like going, so occasionally people will try and lick you for stories. Caution!
Do you look at your hand where you've been licked?
Yes.
There's a
Okay.
slight, faint blue circle.
Try and rub it off.
Nope.
We've been marked. Hold up the mirror. There you go.
No, that one, Pip. That one's rude.
Oh, sorry, but that's the one I got blue on. I got
well,
blued.
Maybe hold the other two up either side.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I swear to always do my duty.
If the rest of you look down, you do also have this faint blue circle where you were linked.
Oh.
So yours is slightly darker blue.
Oh. Do you think this... my one doesn't match yours? Is that perhaps because of my skin color being... Maybe it's tiefling, I don't know.
Or it's like a rating of how good our stories were. Maybe she liked yours more.
Yours was a very good story, actually.
She did get very into it, actually.
Glad that I could entertain for a moment.
Had visual...
Oh, like a visual aid doing the tricks and so on. Yes, well, you know, it's easy when you have it on hand, and I'll make a few splashes of like color and light and stuff. But that's just for
You should
show.
have him for your theatre.
Yeah, have you considered a job in the theatre, volunteering job in the theatre?
Oh, well, I'll have to bring that up with Captain Neary. I don't think it would be very good to have myself be quite so obvious all the time, but I hadn't thought about it. But
What's that in?
well, you know, it's I work for the guard a lot, and you know they don't like to have. I don't know if they'd want it on show all the time that, hey, here's somebody that works in enforcement within Waterdeep, and look at he's doing lights and tricks and stuff, and you can go and complain to him all the time. They don't like it when people complain, but people complain a lot.
You need a stage name.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Sparkling Gavin.
Is Pip actually trying to eat their finger?
Yeah.
His finger. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, it could be a problem. You know, she could be tracking me using my finger, so... Oh, George, you should have like a saw or something up here.
I mean... Pip, I think we're going to have that chat again about, the removal of body bits which are troubling you at a time. You could just go and see a cleric.
Oh. Is anybody a cleric?
Is anybody a cleric?
No.
No.
Might I suggest that perhaps we use this time to study and see if there is a connection as opposed to jumping to removing our limbs straight away.
That does seem like a clever conclusion.
All right.
Yeah, but, amazingly, I don't have anything on my hand, so I'm just going to remove myself from this conversation and wish you luck.
Why don't you have anything on your hand? Did you not join the lick circle? Because we all said we were going to do it. Handy.
I don't want to make this conversation about me, but she told me your story's not very good. I'm just gonna have to lick other people more to make up for how bad your story was.
They could all hear what was happening.
I don't recall those words, actually.
Well,
Andy, you would never lie to us because we're best friends, all of us, but that sounds like that didn't happen. Did you?
She spoke it in.
Oh, wait, did she do that mind thing? I can do that. That's quite good. Look,
sending.
I'll point at Handy, and I will. I'm going to use my. I forget what it is, but it's my feature where I can basically talk to somebody in their mind for the next
Telepathic, is it?
9 minutes. I think it's that from the sorcerer. Find out. It's only you though, so you'll get that, and then you had to be like this, because now I can talk to you and only you, and you see my mouth is not working, but you are hearing me in your head. Is this the sort of thing that she did?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, what?
I think it was happening. The messaging.
Oh yes, I was speaking to Handy inside of his mind.
Right. So Handy doesn't have to chop his hand off. That's good.
No.
Good.
No.
Yeah, I think maybe let's just keep an eye on it, and then if it doesn't get better, then I'll have a think whether I have any salves or anything or any ingredients that I could use to maybe make something to treat. the end.
Can I make an Arcana roll to try and see if there's something connected to it or whatever?
Oh, use
don't know
game
if mine's the
mechanics to solve it.
highest.
That's clever.
Like maybe. I'm gonna try for a 17.
You've come across creatures like this before. It probably is some sort of tracking mark. Whether it's sinister or not is quite hard to tell. In your experience, these things usually fade away.
I need to check something else. Have I marked my own? Because I licked her. has she put a mark on my tongue?
Can we check?
Does Pip have a mark on his tongue?
There is a blue ring.
Pip, no, Pip, you have nothing on your tongue, nothing at all. No, Pip, there's nothing there. I promise. I swear.
Oh yeah, no, it's all fine. Yeah, no, it must just be fingers.
Yeah, don't bite your tongue. It's fine. There's nothing there.
I'm doing a group insight.
I'll look to old Georgie like.
It's an 18. I'm like, you just don't want me biting out my own tongue.
Someone roll a deception check.
I'm rolling a deception.
Can we have helped through the? Yeah,
It's a group insight.
I mean,
sorry, I would say that it will probably fade on its own, but I can't do that.
That's fine. It's all good. We've broken Lola. It's all good.
That is, well, either way, if I even rolled for more people, that was a 13 and an 18, so in both cases, that is a 21 and a 26.
Oh, all right. Okay. If my tongue's fine, then I get to keep it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You get to keep your finger in all.
That one.
Yay.
With that talk of self-mutilation, we're going to take our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. When they've all rolled their dice for their short rests and, we're ready to move on.
What?
No, 10 more days.
More licking. More hag licking.
More hag licking.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you shortly.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including Hex Chest dice boxes, Spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and Scroll and Codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Welcome back, everybody. They're in a rope trick, in a sort of theatre loft, having a short rest. Did you all roll your dice for your short rest?
No.
And
Yes.
do you? No.
I had done.
Yeah.
The panic.
I took my
didn't lose
second
any health.
wind. So,
Why would you? Okay.
basically, I get I only use one hit die, just in case.
Very clever.
Okay.
Makes
Just in
sense.
case you short rest 4 more times?
Well, again, it's that problem when you're like, what have I got that's going to go away when I short rest? Might as well use it. And then it...
True.
Mhm. I just wanted the key points back. And the
Good
ability
times,
to detect a portal.
I also want
That
my
might be handy.
Mm-hmm.
sorcery points back from the amulet that I have. Point of note, which I didn't actually mention, when I did the sending spell, that was through my psionic capabilities, so I used 3 sorcery points to cast the spell, so it was done without any semantic or verbal or anything components, and it just happened, but it also was with sorcery points and not with a spell slot, so I maintained that, and then I'm using my blood vial to get back my sorcery points.
Sure. So you do your sorcerer maths. I trust you.
Okay, good, thanks.
Are you leaving the attic? If you don't, things occur.
Okay, what way are we taking the adventure, guys? Are we,
Should we just go to this new plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Down and
we
out.
have to leave.
One.
Well, you can not leave willingly.
We will leave.
You will
We'll
leave.
Leave.
Yeah. Okay. You drop the rope down and start climbing back down.
No,
Not
but
gonna
can we
make you-
look out first?
Yes.
There's stuff out there.
Yeah, of course you can. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Lowering the
You were
rope
all
down.
about the
Good idea.
noises earlier. It was a 19, but you were all about making noises earlier, trying to chase us up this thing. So
I was just having fun.
Okay.
19. You can't see anything in particular out there. It's still very grey and dim, but you will slide down the rope.
Whee! Yeah.
Yes.
And as the last one of you lets it go, it vanishes.
Got the rope back in the bag of holding. Right.
Good.
Which way?
I think I will have maintained my connection to the destination or the direction. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can start walking.
Z will begin to walk in the same direction that there was. Yeah, they're going in before.
Join.
What order are you going in?
I guess I'm going first.
I'll go second. I want to stand within 5 feet.
It doesn't have to be a line. Like you're in quite an open space. You can be like, you could be a clump, or you could be in 2 parallel lines, like your
walk in a
children,
line.
or
Yeah,
walk like
line dancing
wives.
like that.
Or in single file, like a bunch of children.
Who's got their walking buddy?
Who's carrying the flag on a stick?
You're right.
Speaking of such things, I just go, okay, so I tried to bite my finger off, and I'm not going to do that again. Now, someone's going to be really worried about that, and suddenly my neck just pulses, and suddenly there's just an elk standing there just glaring at me. I'm like, I wasn't going to bite my finger off. Oh, I'm sorry. I did. Look. Oh, sorry, that's rude. Look, I've got a blue mark because a hag wanted to hear a story. Okay, now I say it sounds like I did a stupid thing, but no, don't judge me, Meg. I'm sorry. So we're in the Shadowfell, and yeah, no, it's not great. Hello. Just gently stroke the face.
She nudges you in a way that is affectionate, but also slightly harder than usual.
Does anybody else react to this, or is everybody completely chill with Meg just appearing?
I mean, Georgie's
Just
absolutely
like, where the hell is that coming from?
Yeah.
Oh,
If that's the case, I'm like leaning to Georgie going, what is happening?
so you remember in my story, the Queen of the Autumn Forest who got bit by a bear? No, well, we beat the bear. This is Nutmeg. She is a goddess in training. She is my best friend. Sorry, old Georgie. Yeah.
So I understand.
That's right.
Right.
So it's my job to take care of her and make sure no one eats her.
Great.
Sick.
Very lovely. Very beautiful milk. Yes.
So I'm nodding like, yeah, more of that.
She definitely picked up a bit.
Great. I see.
And where did she come from?
She lives around my neck when it's not safe. But now we're here. If it's okay, Meg, I clamber on. I'm like, she stands about, because she's based on like an Irish elk, so she's at my eye, like she's a big un. There might be, if someone asks nicely, she might let you ride. But last adventure, it was we had quite a lot of very small people. But if you ask nicely, you'll see. Just stroke the back of her head.
There is also a lance attached to the saddle of this elk.
Yeah. It also appears to be made of antler. So we could go a little bit faster if you want.
I believe that I shall run under my own power. That is great.
Very good. Oh, handy. Oh, Georgie, did you get to ride Meg much before? I don't
Get to ride Meg was would probably be putting it in a way that implies I wanted to.
Blinks a couple of times.
No offence, now, Meg. I think you're a very majestic elk. I just, I'm much like Ira. I prefer to go at my own speed. You know.
That was a compliment. You're fine. Oh, Andy.
As majestic as Nutmeg is, I'm not sure whether it would be in her capabilities to carry someone as burly and as myself.
She's very capable.
Well, if you say so, and I'd love to hop on.
Go ahead. It might be a bit tight of Bo, but Bo probably could still fit if you don't mind being holding on to our waists.
It's okay. I think I will be happy walking this way. I get to admire the beauty that is Nutmeg from here as we walk.
Because I'm on her back, she can't see my back. Yeah. Yeah, good.
Also, Nutmeg is a goddess in training, you say?
Yes, yeah. She hasn't quite ascended yet. That's probably going to happen in a couple of 1,000 years. But
yeah. Time's fickle, isn't it? But does she speak at all in any way? Nutmeg, do you speak much? Very capable, I wonder. I don't know if I could. I'm wondering if I could use my. I'm just going to double check the wording on my telepathic speech. Creature you can see within 30 feet. And apparently we can talk telepathically to each other once I cast this. So I'm going to cast. Well, it's just a bonus action thing to do from being a psionic sorcerer. So I'm going to look at Nutmeg and cast this and sort of say into her mind, "You are very majestic, as Georgie said, and clearly Pip admires you greatly."
Why, thank you. You are correct.
That's wonderful. Is there anything you would like to say to Pip that I can say to him?
Could you tell him that he's put on a couple of pounds and he's quite heavy now?
Certainly. Yes, I can. Okay. Pip.
Yeah.
Did you know Nutmeg has a beautiful inner head voice?
Yeah.
She's very eloquent. Says you've grown very strong.
Thank you.
You're quite burly.
That's true. I thought I was getting a little bit pudgy from all the cakes I've been eating, but that's good to know.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well,
Thank you.
She's very astute and has noticed your growth.
Again, she's very perceptive.
Good.
She's more perceptive than me, canonically. Literally by about 4 points. Oh, that's good. All right. Right, now that's resolved. Shall we?
I presume you were already walking through all of this.
Yes, all of our conversations take place stock still.
And now
There
we're
was a
right.
slight pause when Meg came out on the explanation and then carried on.
As you are walking, you start to see in the distance these swirling grey mists. They're quite hard to see at first because everything here is grey, but eventually it becomes clear that this is a block of mist and you can't see further ahead of it. This is where you need to go. Irarai, it's very clear that that is the way forward, is into the mist.
Do I need to pinpoint the specific portal within the mists, or is it just kind of
Just
into
walk
the
into them.
breach, as it were? Yes. Well, it should be somewhere ahead of us in these mists. Perhaps we should stay connected somehow.
Okay.
Sure.
Both of us now leaning off and back going,
Oh yeah, you're on top of a person. So instead of it like at Tandai, it's like, okay. I mean, Zia's not short, but Zia's not that tall.
You could tether yourself to Meg if you like, so we don't. She's a good focal point. Like if you get lost, find the giant elk.
Perhaps that is a good idea.
Hey.
Georgie, the rope. Could we use it?
Oh, yeah, of course, it's just a rope. I'll produce the rope that I use for the rope trick.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're gonna tie all yourselves together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The way you say that, it makes it sound like a terrible idea. But yes.
We can cut the ropes if we need to.
Yeah.
I'll also recast my telepathic link with Irurai at this point. So for 9 minutes, that might get us nowhere, but yeah, 9 minutes we have connection. You can hear me in your mind for the next short time, in case we get separated.
You also do this. Okay.
Yeah. It could be useful. We have it over quite some distance in case we get lost.
Yes. It is a thing that my fellows also. It has been a while.
Well, if you want to talk like this, let me know. I'm always open to learning other people's ways.
You are just standing there.
He's Everyone's finding this silence a little bit awkward. As you guys just making really intense eye contact.
I think they're having a moment.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I wonder, if you telepathically connect with Irurai, can Irurai telepathically connect with somebody else and then loop them into the same conversation with the whole mind thinking thing?
I don't see why not.
I'm not sure I want to talk to anybody else, but not because I particularly want to talk to Bo, but it's just...
Bo's just forced his mind into yours. I apologize.
Are you heading into the mists?
Yes.
Yes. Having tied ourselves together, yes.
You can't see anything. Like, it's like hand in front of your face you can see, but anything else is impossible. And you do start to hear, like, whispering voices. Turn around. Turn around.
Bright eyes. What?
Every now and again I fall apart.
I need you now tonight.
Needed more than ever.
Leave.
I don't know any songs for that.
No, I'm drawing a blank. So old Geordie does carry around a couple of like little trinkets. One of which is a little kind of torchlight on his cap, which he uses for seeing around at the darkness of the theatre. If he turns that on, can you see anything, or is this completely magical?
No,
darkness?
it's like when you're in really dense fog, and even if you turn on the fog lights, they just reflect off the fog, and all you can
Just
see
going to
is
dazzle everyone.
the fog. Yeah.
Remember that from my driving theory test.
Yeah, you turn it on, but it's not a lot of help.
Is the pull still happening, or is it just kind of gone now that we're in the mist?
Yeah, there's a drive to go forward.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll be pulling everybody on.
Right. One sec, please.
No.
No.
Should we
I'd
roll
really rather you
initiative?
didn't.
Are we pausing for the moment?
No,
Just
we're not pausing.
Okay.
The hand.
Aye.
A
Should I say aye? Hey. Yeah, go for it.
something thrashes out of the darkness and connects with you. I've rolled a 24, so it will hit you.
Okay.
It's quite painful. It deals 18 points of damage.
Blinky flip.
And as quickly as you feel it, it's gone. And at this point, we should roll initiative.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Good.
Bloody hell.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh,
Well, I'm not going first.
do you ever find, Pip, that your back gets very sore when you're on Nutmeg? Just pause.
Well, I do spend a lot of time riding, so I'm constantly in pain, but that's why I sound like this. Yeah, but no, you get used to it, especially in your gestures down this bit. She doesn't have a saddle, so
Okay.
that's actually where old George was talking about cutting things off, so nods slowly.
Okay. I think if I was a younger man, I'd be enjoying this far more, as I'm just waiting to see what's happening next, you know?
Fair enough. As the tentacles wrap around you, it's like, we're having a nice bonding moment. +2 to relationship. Friendship.
What is happening?
Remember this.
Nobody knows.
What did you roll for initiatives? Shout them out at me.
16.
14.
21.
18.
7.
Oh, Georgie, no.
All right. Irirai.
Yes.
Does the hand make any kind of sound?
Yeah, we just did
We
that.
just had a conversation about back hurting.
Yeah, but was it a conversation about the fact that you've just been attacked, or just it didn't
I think-
sound like you were alerting anyone to the fact that you've just been attacked? It just sounded like you were having a weird, like, old man conversation.
Low intelligence and low wisdom. Sorry, was it clear that he was hit rather than he just twinged his back?
You just
very
told me your
badly?
back
Were they
hurt.
like just reaching out for you and just accidentally whacking you instead?
I just assumed it was like, you know, when you jar your back because you're sitting a bit funny.
So at the moment,
18
no
points
one's
of damage is quite a lot, isn't it?
no one's aware that the hand has been hurt.
No.
All right, Irirai, you just keep walking.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You
That's about right.
turn around. Bo, you just keep walking.
Oh, okay.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, keep going.
The hand.
Very strange.
Aye.
What? Would you like to do anything? Or do you think your back's just twinged?
For 18 points of damage! That would kill like 4 commoners!
Clarified quite how hard I was hit. Very high tolerance to pain.
So you don't do anything? Is that what you're saying, Sam?
Oh, I think it just might be worth just having a stretch.
Well,
Just,
do you want to get off and walk, or stretch the legs?
It might be a good idea. I'll get off Nutmeg and go forward.
Nutmeg moves slightly quicker now because just gently trotting.
I'm sorry, so sorry for misinterpretation.
Hilarious.
All right.
Like level 3 characters would be dead from that.
Irirai, would a 21 hit you?
Yes, very much so.
Right. You are grabbed by a tentacle. You take 19 points of damage and you are considered grappled.
I'm going to use my reaction to take that damage.
Do you have to be able to see it, though?
Do you have to be able to see?
When a creature within 10 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to magically take that damage instead. Oh, bloody, it's still going!
Okay, so how much damage was that you're then taking?
You don't take any damage. Sam takes the full 19.
Damage, but you were still targeted, so any effects will still affect.
Okay, so am I still
grappled?
grappled? I'm still grappled. Yeah. So you probably hit, but you, in fact, instead of an out loud scream, it's this very high pitched but kind of shriek in all of your heads instead of
Oh man!
Iri's back!
Bloody migraine!
And with that, you also hear another scream in your heads. And could all of you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, I got advantage.
Everyone's got +3 on saves, just remember.
Is this something that would charm or frighten?
No.
No. Cool.
8 + 6 for 14.
Ooh,
15.
That's good.
15 as well.
Wisdom, no additionals. And you say
24.
+3, so 22.
Tom?
I got a 15. Do you want me to roll for Meg as well?
Yes, you'd better.
No. 10. Oh, sweetheart.
Meg takes the full damage, which is 29.
You need me to roll for Robert as well.
My baby!
Yes, better roll for Robert.
Oh, no.
Can Robert take psychic damage?
Wait,
No. Only immune to poison damage.
All right, then yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
rolled
no.
7, so
He has an
Also-
intelligence.
Also takes 30 damage.
30.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
All of the rest of you take 15.
Except
And
7? Or rounded down or rounded up? Resistance of psychic.
round down. So 7.
I'm also resistant, so 7.
Are Meg and Robert still up or are they down?
She's up.
Yeah, still up.
They're both incapacitated.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a good
Meg
sign.
kind of slumps to the floor. Robert just stops rolling. You realise for the first time that you've gotten used to this little squeaky sound, Old Georgie, and you're not hearing it.
I feel bereft.
All right. Pip, it is your turn. Something weird is definitely happening.
I bonus action hit the necklace and make. I'm like, I'm sorry. I know you came out to yell at me, but I don't want you getting hurt. Right.
Does that mean that both Bo and the hand just...
Yeah. Well, but she fell over, so everyone got jolted as is. But just like, okay.
Were you all tied to the? You were all tied to the elk rather than to each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in the necklace. Get in the necklace.
Am I like slightly torn apart by the fact that I'm grappled by something and now being sucked another way? No?
Is the necklace the domain of dread?
Yes.
No.
Episode 2 surprise. It's been around my neck the entire time.
Meg bounced into the necklace.
Like in Men in Black, it's in the necklace. Yeah.
It's not bone, it's all antler.
It is. Okay. So Irai's grappled by something over there.
You don't necessarily know that because you can't see.
Oh.
You just heard a scream that maybe sounded a bit like Ira, but you've never heard Ira telepathically, other than Bo.
Well, someone screamed in my head. I think I will just ready an attack. If I get attacked, I will slash out with my sword. Just shield out, sword ready. Just like, all right, something's clearly trying to attack us. Try and stay together, back to back or something. I don't know. Just don't get eaten. Oh no, the memories.
Out of the mist, Georgie.
Mm-hmm.
What's your AC?
Depends how many people are near to me.
Well, everyone at the moment.
Yeah.
So for every 2, I get a +1. So if we're calling that 4, then that would be 21.
Yeah.
Something swings out of the mist and you feel it pass by your head. And Pip.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 17 to hit you, which I guess won't hit.
Nope. Clink.
So yeah, again, you feel something. So you can't see it, but it swings past you. If you want to make a reaction, if you want to take your attack opportunity, yeah.
Is it attack of opportunity?
No, sorry, your held action. Your held action.
Okay, here we go. It's fighting time with Pip. Do.
With disadvantage because you can't see. For podcast listeners, Tom gave me the look of I hate you.
It was mild disdain rather than hatred. I mean,
it was stronger than mild.
Okay, it was strong disdain. I got a 26 and a 23.
Yeah, your senses kick in, and despite the fact that you can't see, as you feel it move, you smash out where you think it must be, and you hit for your damage.
Amazing. That is a. I'm going to savage attack because that was a 9, and I'm going to see if I get any better.
Sure.
And if I don't, then that's what it is. Come on, game. Yeah, I stay with the 9, so okay. 9 slashing.
Yeah, you feel your sword connect with something. It makes a sort of squishy noise.
It's squishy. Do I get a second attack, or
you don't know? We revealed this in Drowning in Blackwater that when you hold, you only get to hold 1.
You hold 1. Oh, fair dues. Well, first blood to Pip, hooray!
All right, Georgie, it is your turn.
Really? what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. All right.
You're last. The first two missed their goes because Sam was having back trouble.
I'm realizing that I definitely have. I'm pretty sure that I have blind sight up to like 10 feet, or at least I thought I read that last time somewhere on my sheet.
Try and find that before your turn.
Yeah.
I think it'll be on your senses if you're on underneath your saves. What do I think would be more useful? Okay, I'm going to cast at second level, so it's normal level. Oh wait, no, it's a third level spell. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality.
Very nice.
So I can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including me, to regain 2d6 hit points. And because I can't see shit right now, I am going to use the first one on myself to try and help it last a bit longer.
Do you have to be able to see the things, or can you just...
No, it just says you can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including me. And the aura is 30 feet centered on me. So as long as people kind of stay roughly where I believe them to be, I can do that. So yeah, I'm going to roll myself 2d6, and that is 8. It was just 2d6, wasn't it? It's not plus anything. Yeah, just 2d6. So 8, I get back this turn.
Grant.
And I believe that's my lot, because that's a bonus action to cause it and an action to cast it.
All right. In which case, we move on back to the top of the round, up to Irurai. How are we doing with the blind sight?
I had blind sight within 10 feet because I have blind fighting. So, yes.
In which case, you can... What sensors are you using to... Where does this come from? Is it like you're reading the magical auras in the air?
Yeah, it's so in the same way that I kind of use my aura to kind of detect... It's almost like there's this radius of kind of... like radius or whatever that is kind of emanating from me, that whenever anything enters that space, I can feel that resonance.
Yeah. These things, you feel them, they're sort of emerging out of the mist and then dissipating again. But you can sense where there are like moving parts. So if you want to, you can strike out at them with no disadvantage.
I mean, there is something grappling me right now, though, right?
Oh yeah, you're grappled by a tentacle.
Yeah. So what I think I will probably do is with the... I can still do it, but with disadvantage, right, to attack whilst I'm grappled.
That's restrained. Grapple just means that you can't move.
Okay. Well, then I will attack the thing that is...
Go for it.
Grappling me. Yes. I shall do that. That was a 12?
12 won't hit.
Mm-hmm.
As you go to strike it, it sort of disperses slightly into the mist and then reforms again.
I'm going to try again. What about a 20?
20 will hit.
Good. Very good. So I will do so little, like 8 damage with a, because I didn't do it last time, but I was supposed to be rolling for like extra strength. So +3, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use because it's still grappling me, right? So
yeah.
I'm probably going to kind of, having tried to hit it with my staff and not succeeded with that, I'm going to put my hands on the thing that is holding me, and
it feels, it's very odd. It feels corporeal, but then almost like it's not. Like you feel almost like you could put your hand straight through it, but it's definitely solid.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and burn it off, I think. Gonna cast Burning Hands. So for a dex save of 16.
As a bonus action? How does...
Yeah, so
Oh, cool.
the Searing Arc Strike, immediately after take the attack action on my turn,
And
you can spend 2 key points to cast the Burning Hands spell as a bonus action.
very nice. It's a dex save, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Dex save 16.
Rolled a 7.
It did not. I mean, it is around me, so it did not.
It did not.
escape.
It did not roll a 7.
Well, it just didn't get very far. I rolled very low though, so it only takes 8 damage.
Yeah.
If it takes that from...
Yes. It's you can feel it kind of writhing around you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Well, that is my turn.
Okay.
Like, I clearly did not succeed in getting it off me at all.
Bo, you can hear noises of combat around you. People are screaming. There's some squelching. There's the sound of, like, fire.
What's... everyone okay? Oh, hold on. And I'll let Irai, what's happening? I say into your mind, because we're still connected.
Like, there's that kind of scream back and being like, there is something.
I can't see anything. I don't know what's around me.
Well, you've just seen this, like, gout of flame, like, light up the fog.
Some of the fog lit up nearby.
Right, lovely. I think at a random guess then, based on what's happening, if I can tell that Irai is obviously being attacked because of that, and obviously with that connection, I might do a little callback to the previous session, and I'll cast a second level in that area around Irai and just kind of near there, calm emotions, because it's an area spell rather than a direct person spell.
Interesting. What's the ruling on when you're in combat with things on calm emotions?
You attempt to express
Disadvantage, possibly. I think.
in a group of people, each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range to make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail if it wishes. Fails a saving throw, choose one of the following 2 effects. When it doesn't say anything about it being in combat, just this indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Well, that is a 5.
That's going to save against my one. So I suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. That's not happening. I can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. So whatever is out there, I want it to become indifferent towards the 5 of us.
Okay. Irai, you feel the tentacle around your waist. It's not gone, but it's loosened.
It's not my turn, but can I?
I will
Ship
do
out?
this, and I will say, I will probably say as well, if I've heard, I shouted and I said to Pip, I heard Pip, and I done a mind link briefly, and I've cast the spell. I'll say, I'll try to calm it. If it relaxes, don't hit it. And that's kind of it. That's my turn.
Okay. The hand.
Okay. Can I talk as a free action?
Of course you can. Talking is always a free action.
Here I am. How far away is the portal?
There is no specific portal. It's just ahead.
I will use Eldritch Maul as a bonus action. At which point, 15-foot long tendril of holy light comes out of the hand's right hand. Definitely not inky tendrils. Right.
Yeah.
I'll use Justice Maul.
Yeah.
And then I will cast Crusader's Mantle. which basically anyone who hits anything with a weapon, anyone who's friends with myself who strikes with a melee weapon, I think actually it's any weapon attack does an extra 1d4 radiant damage. And
what happens with the line of radiant, not black tentacles?
That's just gonna hang about, flopped on the floor, flaccid and ready.
Gross.
Yep.
I hate that flaccid light.
Infection.
All right. Great. Thanks, Sam.
Pleasure.
No.
That's what we call impotent rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pip, it is your turn.
Hello. So are we fighting? Are we running? What are we doing? Anyone? Here, right?
You asking?
You're in charge.
I'm currently trapped.
Right.
By
Do you want
this
me?
thing.
See, no one's
Perhaps
told
a little
Pip.
help.
Right. That's going to break the charm, but I don't know that because no one said don't hit it.
No, like both said don't hit it.
Bo said that in your head. Bo didn't say
No,
that
not
out
to
loud.
me.
No, I said that.
Oh, you said out
I said that
loud.
out loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was busy thinking about jam tarts again.
That's also fine.
That's fine. Can I see them? Are they? No. But I know that fire came from that direction. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stumble towards where. Oh, Pip, this is how you die. You're going to stumble towards where I think the. Because when you go into the domains of dread, just wander into the mist. Nothing comes bad wandering into the mist. Yeah.
What's your perception like? Passive perception.
10, and I've also got a gammy eye.
Is it possible for me to kind of reach out if they wander into my sphere of residence?
Sure. Pip, roll a d100.
Never good.
So, who are you going to get to play in the other? As I just wander off into the mist.
Look, you're higher than a 10, so I'm letting you roll a d100.
Thank you. That is not good. That looks like that's a 10. Well, it's been a pleasure playing with you all.
You do wander off in the direction you think Irurai is, but you don't encounter Irurai.
Oh.
What does he encounter?
How is Pip still tied to us all? Because this was only about 50 foot of rope.
None of you are tied to each other anymore because you were all tied to the elk.
Does that mean the rope's gone into the necklace as well? Did it just whoop?
I guess so. Probably intact, but just not attached to you all anymore.
Oh.
How far do you go?
20 feet.
Yeah.
I went,
Well, at least that's relatively sensible. It could be worse.
And then dash as an action.
And then I get Meg out, who can go 60 feet, and then we dash and it's 120 feet.
They're on an entirely different plane of dread.
Yeah, you're not here.
Turn around.
Voice in my head, you hush. Unless you're being helpful. Are you being helpful?
Yeah.
I'd like to leave if you could show me which way to go.
Turn around.
I turn around. This way.
Turn around.
You're very rude, Mist. I grew up in a haunted forest, and I know what happens when weird Mist starts talking to you. I don't trust you. Leave. Anyway. I go back the way what is my movement? Because I start going back the way I started.
Roll
Another
a d100. Yep.
So we're hoping for a 90 now so that you can go back on yourself.
Don't even put that thought.
58.
You definitely go somewhere.
How did you find yourself? I woke up, looked down, and here I was. Yeah, okay. I'm here. I'm here because.
Encounter any of the rest of the party in your wanderings.
Oh, wow. Oh well, not the first time I've been abandoned.
You abandoned them, if anything. All right. As you're walking, a thing
Cool.
flings out of the mist at you and connects Pip. It's a 25 to hit.
How far away is Pip?
No.
Pip is currently like sort of 30 feet away from all of you, tangentially.
Warding maneuver. So I roll D8. As the shield starts coming up, is it going to come on? Oh well, that's a 21. Yeah, it connects with me.
Yeah.
But I now have resistance against the damage.
All the damage?
If the attack still hits, the target has resistance against the attack's damage.
Okay, grand. Well, there's 24 bludgeoning damage, and then also there's this kind of corrosive, acidy smell as it starts dissolving your armor. So 28 in total, reducing down to 14.
Well.
Those of you who are grouped, could you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, I'd love to. +3 everyone.
Okay.
Is this for a spell?
It's magical effect, so I would allow you to count it as a spell.
Is it a magical effect 3rd level or lower?
No, it wouldn't be.
Cool, don't worry.
With the +3, then that is a 15.
That's a 20 from me.
25.
It's 10.
10. You take Irai 18 points of necrotic damage, the rest of you 9 points of necrotic damage, and Irai, your hand starts to seize up.
We can't see each other either, like even like 5 foot away. Shield only works if I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am looking through my spell list. Oh, look at all these useful spells I have.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I am attempting to get out of this next turn.
Georgie,
Before.
Me.
it is your turn.
Okay. I don't want to move anywhere, but I'd like to just kind of reach out and see if I can, like, touch one of my colleagues. Can I, like...
Bo is pretty close to you, so I'd say that with a bit of groping, you can get hold of Bo, because you two stayed in the clump.
We did. Are you all right? How are you feeling? Have you been hit?
Fine, other than these occasional horrible things. Yes, I've been hit once, twice.
You could potentially see Bo if you pulled his face literally to like here.
I just need to be in contact. I am going to give a 2nd level cure wounds to Bo, and I'm going to again take, because I can't tell where anyone else is. I'm going to take the bonus action 2d6 from my can't remember what it's called now.
Aura Vitality.
Aura Vitality. I'll take the 2d6 from that, and Bo can have the 2d8 plus 5 from cure wounds.
Go for it.
Thank you.
So that is 12 points for Bo.
Lovely.
And 7 for me.
Great.
And that is action and bonus.
Irai. You are still within this tentacle. This tentacle is still quite relaxed.
Could I use my movement to try and slip out then, or is it?
Yeah.
Would I still have to?
As you move, it doesn't seem invested in holding on to you anymore.
Okay. So I will. You can hear a like high pitched like in your head, Bo.
Okay. Oh.
But I'm gonna.
Irai makes dinosaur noises under stress.
How far away from me is everybody else?
You're very close to the clump. You're about, let's say, about 5 feet away from the
Okay,
bow
I can feel
Georgie
them,
connect.
but
And the hand is also very close out. You can feel all of them. Pip. Who knows?
Could be anywhere.
okay, I'm going to
Pip is
try
lost.
and
Pip has dug a hole and is just crouched down. It's like, someone come get me eventually.
Can I? So, we're not attacking this thing because it's not attacking us anymore. Is it possible for me to try and like? I can shout in the hopes that Pip will hear me. And be like,
Yeah, of course you can.
Pip, where did you go? I cannot feel you.
You hear that, Pip?
Oh, I'm here. Landmarks. Me. Missed. Something that touched me in a bad way. Horrid.
Based on the sound of Pip's voice, can
Show us on the puppet.
You want to see on the puppet? Because she's just here.
No. Can I, if I have, do I have rope?
I don't know. Do you have rope?
Presumably, if you took adventurers gear, explorer pack.
Is it in your inventory?
No.
Then there is no rope.
I have clothes in my inventory. I could be like, yeah.
Monks get very little, don't they?
Yeah. So I've just been wandering around with fuck all to my
You've
name.
got a spare dart. You could chuck that in the direction you think Pip is and see if he yells.
No, I'm gonna use the sound of Pip's voice to like hone in on it and try and mind link with Pip and see if I can follow that towards Pip in some way, whilst knowing I'm still connected to Bo from Bo's.
Sure.
So I can try and find my way back to them. Maybe.
You can mind link with Pip, and you've got a 19 passive perception, so you also get to roll the D100 to try and find your way towards Pip.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. That is a 57. Can I do it with advantage?
No.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
the DC is lower because
okay.
passive perception is better. You start going in the direction you think Pip is in, and after a few steps, you do start to pick him up on your blind sight.
Okay. So I will reach out to Pip and say, Pip, take my hand. I'm right behind, next to you. I'm just gonna, like, grab Pip's hand and say, it's me.
Oh, hello. You found me. Well done. Now it's your turn to hide, I guess.
And try and lead Pip back. Are you grappled or it's something? Or just no? Just I'll try and lead Pip back to the others. I guess I also have to roll again for that one, or not?
Yeah. Roll again.
Okay.
Well, we're together now, and that's good.
Is it?
Yes.
That's a 19. I think the DC is quite that low, maybe.
You start pulling Pip back, you think.
Oh.
You walk some way and you don't find the others on your blind sight radar.
Well, I've found Pip, but I can't seem to find you anymore.
I'm just tying rope to it around Sarah's arm. I'm just like, hey.
I'm right where you left me, not far away, wherever this is. Oh, God.
Is there still a sense of move forward, kind of?
Yeah, you could move forward if you wanted to.
To kind of carry on towards this plane and tread.
Yeah.
Okay. maybe I'll speak
You've
up.
used all your movement, but you
Yes,
can
I have, sorry.
turn Pip in the direction you think you should go.
Yeah. Okay. Should I roll survival for that?
No, it's fine. You've got the connection already, so you just...
Okay, so I'll turn Pip in the direction and say, follow the sound. I'll say it as aloud. It's like, follow the sound of my voice, and we'll continue on perhaps and escape this.
All right. Bo, you hear Irurai say this and then say nothing else. So you'll have to pinpoint the sound of their voice from that one sentence.
La 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 la.
Thank you, Pip.
You're welcome. La la.
I really don't know what else. Going through the spell list, I'm just like, oh, look, it all says see something you can see, something you can see, something you can see. Great. So I think I'll do whatever. Well, apparently I need to be able to see to do a lot of things, but you're here, Georgie, so that's good. And we apparently are without rope. So let's go. Let's rummage through the pack. I'll pull out the rope from my pack. Like, here you go, Georgie. Perhaps you take that. Also, I'll pull out a torch as well. Like, I need to see what's happening, so I'll get a torch out and see if that lights in the mist. If I don't know if it will.
It will light in the mist, but it doesn't help.
Okay, great.
You're
Light
just
it.
you're very bright. Other people can kind of see a bright spot.
I don't normally like being the center of this much attention, but oh well. So everybody over here, Georgie, I'll start going. Follow along with the rope. This way, I think. Irurai, where are you?
Roll a d100.
Okay.
Are you trying to pick up the hand as well?
Oh, yeah.
Also stood near you?
The hand is literally just standing there going,
I mean, because I know Georgie's basically put his hand out and cast Cure Wounds on me, so I've just gone like, good, stay here. So wherever the hand is, if you're near enough.
He's close enough that one of you could grab him before you start wandering off again.
I'll, in the middle of all of this, then I'll also be like, oh, hand, rope, take, let's stay together.
Thanks.
No problem. That is a 20.
Oh dear. You walk your full movement. Don't happen across Irurai.
Okay. Can you keep shouting so I can find you better?
For some reason, he sounds the same distance away, even though you moved.
That's going to basically be my turn.
The hand?
Yes. So, can I make effectively an improvised action?
It depends what it is.
I would like to try and taunt these creatures.
ooh.
How do you propose? Usually I'd suggest a persuasion or an intimidation roll to kind of...
Yep, intimidation is more than happy. I'd like to make myself as big as possible and just flail my flashlight arm around in the hopes that maybe they think, wow, look at that tentacle. It looks like the opposite of us. We're diametrically opposed on most political issues.
happens?
To intimidate
happens?
or attract right now?
It's like a deep sea anglerfish.
What happens when they contact the light?
Well, that depends how you're going to rule it, because either it does damage to them or they're just going to attack me. Both I'm happy with.
Right, okay.
That was a 22, 15 plus 7.
So you wave your sort of anglerfish lure around.
Come and taste justice. Sorry, come and taste justice, mate. Come down to Bunnings. Justice on a sausage sizzle.
All right. You shout, come and taste justice, and flail your anglerfish lure around. And you rolled quite a high intimidation check, so, you know, they're interested in you.
And was that counted as an action, or was that counted as a free action?
That's your action, because you rolled.
Cool, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to double check there's nothing faintly useful that I could be doing with my yes, there is. And what I'd like to do as well is of Georgie and Bo, who I can barely see, but which of them is
you can briefly pull their faces to yours and see them.
Which of them is breathing the most heavily, implying that they are in the most pain, but also that they have the weakest lungs and therefore might have the lowest AC?
I mean, I do not have a low AC.
You're fine, I know.
Georgie is more hurt than Bo, but Bo is significantly less well armored.
How's your lungs? Tell us about your lungs.
How are they doing?
I probably should have cast Mage Armor. Oops. Oh well.
Yes.
Yes.
In episode 1.
I was going. In episode 1, I think I did, but I don't know how long we've been going for.
Oh, it's not been 8 hours.
We've been in this mist for at least 6 days.
Then in that case, I don't think what's on there is quite right. Add 3 to what's on there, but it's still not great.
Still not as good as Georgie's.
What I'm going to do is be logical here in my brain, and I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Georgie.
Not on yourself that just attracted all of their...
No, because that would then mean that it can't attack me, right? No. On the first day, the creature must choose a new target.
Yeah, new target. Yeah. Fine.
That's fine. And just quickly, Displace a Cloak means anything that does target me has disadvantage.
Yeah. All right. Well, you did attract them.
Yes.
So they're all going to attack you.
Brilliant. Death take me.
Let's hope not. We managed to keep you in the first episode. That's a 20 to hit with disadvantage.
That's not going to hit.
And then, just because I like the name of this, there's a wave of perception distorting energy. Reality steals.
Beer goggles.
Could the 3 of you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Of course.
So close to being a natural 20, but that was a 2 on the dice, making it a 1.
Oh boy.
That was an unnatural 1.
7 plus 6 for 13.
13.
Oh, do I get a +3 for being near to Sam?
It's not going to help.
That was a 4.
Bo?
I got a 6.
Oh, guys.
Unless this is charming or frightening, in which case something else.
I think we might lose them in the mist.
Not.
Me and you, Lola, to the bitter end.
You all take 18 points of damage.
Cool.
And Bo and Georgie, well, hang on. Sam, Handy?
I don't know where that came from, but I love it.
You are deafened.
Brilliant.
Bo and Georgie, you are both deafened and blinded.
Oh, great.
That's not really going to change a lot.
Well, you can't hear the shouting people anymore.
Was that, what kind of damage was that? Was it psychic?
It was psychic.
Oh, then I have that, if that's all right.
Yeah.
I am resistant.
Yeah, go for it.
Lovely.
Just a question that I didn't make clear on my turn. Since we're all tied together, are we just kind of slowly moving together? How can we move?
Yeah, you take the movement of the slowest person, which I'm assuming is 30 feet. But yeah, you all move. It would have come near to your wibbly light tentacle.
It's up to you what you want that to be.
I don't know what you did. I don't know all the rules.
Okay, so what it basically is it's like an enchanted weapon. So if I would to make an attack with it, it would do 1d6 plus 1d4 plus 5. But
right, okay, yeah, you can't attack.
It's not an attack, no.
It sort of wibbly bounces off the thing as it moves.
Nice. And is this its mating ritual?
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Pip, it's your turn.
Again, do we just keep moving and hope they catch up with us?
I confess I'm very I'm not used to working with other people. I don't I would hope so, but
well, old Georgie's very, very useful and will take care of them, and the hand is very big, and Bo is also Bo can do all sorts of like impressive card tricks. So maybe the thing.
I'm going to say Bo is also there.
I very nearly did, and then decided I was going to be complimentary to my new friend, and also Bo.
Bo was there.
Bo was present.
You'll go back past the hag. Everyone else is dead, but you'll go, well, Georgie was big and strong, and the hand was tall, and Irarai was brilliant, and Bo was there.
And Robert was always there.
No, Robert is down.
Yeah,
You
Robert's
couldn't
unconscious.
see him.
Wait, what?
You've left Robert behind. You've moved.
Are we aware of this?
No.
Presumably, like,
The squeaking has stopped.
presumably, having been handed a rope, Georgie would kind of tie the end of it to Robert.
Sure.
But did you move before this? Because if I got lost in the mist, so
We're not
Yes.
leaving Robert behind.
Yes, leave Robert behind.
Don't leave the pets.
To turn up in like episode 4 with like an eye patch, and it's like Homeward Bound. Robert's just got to get home.
It would be one of those amazing moments where like the camera pans out and it goes over like a cliff edge, and Robert's there watching us, enraged,
squeaking with fury. I probably should be doing. So I do. I think I mentioned it, but I'm actually sort of tying a rope around myself and then ear, right? And just like, okay, so I'll keep yelling "la," and hopefully they'll be able to hear, and because I can. Well, that may mean things are going to attack us, but I think we can handle it.
I can just check in with Bo, I believe.
Oh, do that first, and then we can start walking.
Bo, I don't feel you near, but can you hear? So this is, I don't know if it was still,
telepathy still goes through.
Okay.
Doesn't rely on ears.
Can you hear us? I'm sorry. Pip is shouting.
But I hear you in my head shouting. What? I can't hear anything. I hear nothing. I can't see anything.
Oh, so no, it's not my turn. But can we see this like limp thing on the floor somewhere? Can we see that?
You can see off in the distance. You can see there's one set of light, and then wibbling next to it, there's another light which looks weird in the mist. It's almost like someone, making writing with fireworks.
Except it's 15 feet long.
I mean, that's probably
like
okay.
Rhythmic gymnastics.
They're doing a ribbon routine. That's nice.
I'll just say, I think that there is some trouble with being able to hear you.
I'll yell louder. I'm yelling in Greater Elk, which is basically translating to "I am here."
It's still not my. Can I just light up my quarterstaff?
Not on Pip's turn. I'm not sure what Pip's doing.
What do you want? Well, Pip doesn't know what Pip would like to start walking, but then is like, are we going?
You can either walk forwards or you can walk towards the light sources to try and reconnect the group.
I think we should probably go get the others while I yell in Great Elk.
You begin making your way back towards the
wibbly.
the rest of the group. Yeah. As you do so.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
No, I'm giving up. I hate you, Emma stare. It's a Paddington Bear stare, and it's very scary.
I can't see you. Can you both please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Ooh, crumbs.
Decent at these, maybe, possibly, yes. 26.
Come on. Yes, beautiful. 22.
You feel something shoot past you both, but you both wibble your way out of the way. As you do, Pip,
Hello.
another thing swings in round your back.
No.
But, misses.
Stop it.
We continue. Georgie, it is your turn. You can't hear or see anything.
No, I can't. I'm kind of still touching distance from Bo and from the hand.
I'm imagining that you're kind of grasping onto both of them at this point.
Yeah. I try to ask the hand if he needs healing. Can't hear the sound of.
He can hear you.
I don't know that.
I thought I was deaf but not blind.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, none of you can hear anything.
So I can lip read.
But we can't see each other in the mist.
Yeah.
I kind of start talking to kind of ask the hand whether he needs healing. Realize I can't hear the sound of my own voice and work out what's going on. So I am just going to pump the 2nd level cure wounds into the hand anyway.
Nice.
So where is it? There it is. That is 12 points. And I'm again going to use the bonus action for myself on the Aura of Vitality. Because I need healing too. That's another 8 for me.
Grand.
And I forgot to say that when I took the 18, I did roll a concentration check on my spell with advantage because I have the Warcaster thing.
Yeah,
and I got 18, so as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Ururai, are you moving with Pip back towards the lights that you can see? You will quite quickly rejoin the 3. Oh, Georgie, you can see and hear again now. Who are kind of holding each other, standing together. And for some reason, there's a sort of long line of light in the hand's hand.
Could you... Can add... Well, I will reach out and tentative, wave in front of the face. Realize that whoever's closer.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Bing.
A 5.
It's the hand, and the hand can see.
Hey. Can't hear that.
Yes. Okay. We will kind of try tie the hand on with the and just be saying. So we need to go this way and carry on.
Just to check, is your face close enough that the hand can see?
Have you gone
I guess. I guess so. It's right in your face.
Just a hand comes out.
Yes, to actively see. Yes. Yes. This is how close we are. So I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just ask you like a talk either.
For the second time in this game, I just had to cover my eyes.
Anything to say at all, or are you all right? I assume there's been lip reading. No, I'm lip reading you. Sorry, Did you have a nice time and then the fuck? What was it you were saying? Apologies. Sorry. Also. Oh, you can't see because you're too zoomed in.
I would have thought that was a problem.
That's what's going on up there.
Oh, the editors are going to have so much fun with this.
Kobolds.
There's a lot of clipped moments from this show. That's all I'm saying.
You're making my job very easy.
Ow. Ow.
Thought it was further away because had my camera been zoomed out, it would have been. Sorry, Lola, you were saying.
Can we get out of this fog? Hey.
There we go. Thought that would work.
My face hurts.
Yeah.
My stomach hurts. Like, ow.
I've gone red.
Okay. Oh, I have completely like
You
okay.
came up to
I
the
would-
hand.
You're trying to gather
Yes,
these
I'm
chuckle
trying-
fucks
yes,
and
yes.
take them where they need to go. By the end
Unfortunately,
of the
chuckle
session in
fucks has
10
been
minutes.
used.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're the fuckle chucks.
Right.
We are the fucker chucks, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Right. So, I has approached the hand, and it's like, you need to.
You bastard, man! 10 minutes, Sam. 10 minutes.
Ina and I will take the rope that is currently connecting them and Pip, and we'll tie onto the hand as well. And basically, up close to the hand, we'll be saying, "You need to follow us. We're going to try and continue on to the domain of dread, and yes." Perhaps we can avoid this if we carry on.
Are Georgie and Bo coming as well?
They're attached to you. Are they not? I guess, Iro, I will then feel down the line.
Yeah, they are
yeah.
all attached to each other.
Okay. And then we'll turn. I don't know if I still have any movement left, but...
Maybe just a little bit.
Okay. We'll now kind of try and drag them forwards.
One step, and you're like, no more.
You start to make your way through the mists. A few more attacks will happen. You'll probably each lose about 10 more hit points, but eventually...
I am very broken!
You will make your way out of the mists. And as you emerge, everything around you is this sort of brilliant yellowy white. And the stark difference from all of the darkness that you've been in to this is quite hard on your eyes. It's suddenly quite bright, and the light is reflecting off every surface. And as you start to look around, you realise that everything you can see appears to be made from bones. The floor is just piles of bones. The hills in the distance are like really large skeletons lying down. There are houses in the distance made of skulls. Everything around here appears to be made from bone.
I'd like to check this, please.
Check what?
It's made of bone.
Of course you can. There's
Thank
pieces everywhere.
Yep, I'm going for a lick. Does my tongue get stuck? Is it
Yep.
salty?
It's salty.
Good. It is bone.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I think if we can all see each other properly again, you'll all see that like there are a lot more cracks in Irai's skin at this point.
Boring rules question. Presumably I would have had Aura Vitality up that whole time. Could I pump a couple more
you could have
D6s in
done
people's
a few
places?
more. You can now long rest because you're out of the Shadowfell. So if you want to, you can take a long rest here.
I need to.
Well,
not. Yeah.
Just like on the bones.
Should we move further away from the mist? Just because I'm still
you're trying to mate with whoever that thing is with the no.
Yeah, maybe walk a little bit further away, like an hour or so.
Yeah.
That would be nice. It's not a very nice place, the mists.
I'm
Well,
gonna
nice.
kill myself a little bit.
Yeah, you start walking across the landscape, and underfoot, every step crunches.
Lola had another 7.
Okay.
We can just find a nice big bone to cuddle up with, and
You can find
Sure.
like a sort of hip bone that's relatively smooth,
How big is this hip bone?
very large.
And what is the hip bone connected to? The thigh bone.
No, a thigh bone.
What's the thigh bone connected to?
If you want.
Bone.
You
This
don't
is
see-
foot bone. Foot bone.
I skipped a few bones.
Come on, sons, boy. The foot bone.
You don't see anyone else here just yet, but you can make your way to a spot where you can take a long rest, and that is where we'll pick up next time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Much fun was had. My face hurts so much.
Yeah.
Let me try and find my outro script. Here we go. But yes, tomorrow, not tomorrow, but next week, we'll pick up in the boneyard itself and investigate this domain of dread. If you enjoyed tonight, we're playing every Monday from 6 p.m. GMT, and we also have shows on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. GMT. Is it yours at the moment, Sean?
I think you're. Yes, yeah, because I think we're going to have to skip a week and then we'll be in. So next week will be probably the finale.
Very exciting.
I don't know. I don't do time though.
What is time?
What does it matter? You can also join us on Fridays at 6 p.m. GMT for our show Talking as If Reaction or Talk Together, depending on what's happening, where we talk to each other about TTRPGs. All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/RollTogetherRPG. We also have podcast versions available. Just search for Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. A massive thank you to our Dean Terms Club on Patreon. We couldn't do what we do without you. There'll be a link in chat right now if you want to check that out. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters. And if you want to follow us on social media, we're Roll Together RPG. Thank you everyone for watching. We will see you next week.